Hello, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be looking at more members of the Rogue Gallery, or at least my Rogue Gallery. And this individual is probably synonymous with bounty hunting almost as much as Boba Fett is. Now, he's a Trandoshan, or he looks like a giant lizard. He's the son of the bounty hunter guild leader, at least in Star Wars Legends. Of course, we're talking about Bossk. He's big, he's mean, he's tough as nails, and this dude don't take any crap off anybody. Now, in his younger years, he quote-unquote cut his teeth hunting Wookies. That in and of itself should get him all the accolades. He did this before he was a bounty hunter. So anyone who can go toe-to-toe with a Wookiee in their younger years, oh, I got mad respect for them. He hunted and fought Jedi like Mace Windu and Ban Aaron during the Clone Wars. So this guy has a long history, not just with the Galactic Republic, the Empire, and then the later Republic, but he also has a history with some of the biggest rogues, crime bosses, villains, and even some heroes. He's one of the few people, or individuals, whose history spanned the prequels, the originals, and the sequels. He has a love-hate relationship with Jango and Boba Fett. Now, I thought he just had a love-hate relationship with Boba Fett, but come to find out, him and his daddy, who was a pretty prolific bounty hunter in his day, had their run-ins with Jango Fett, to where they lost bounties with him, went toe-to-toe with him, and of course Jango Fett came out on top. But the fact that, Bossk in his younger years went toe-to-toe, again, with the likes of Jango Fett, and survived, I mean, this kid is more, well, I'll call him a kid, this character is more than meets the eye. When we see him in Empire Strikes Back for that half a second, when that captain goes, bounty hunters, we don't need their scum, and he looks up and there's that reptilian foot and just a growl. I mean, there's a lot to be said in a split second. He has a grudge against Han and Chewie for destroying his first ship. Now, of course, most of us know Bossk went around in the Houndstooth. Big, beefy, ugly, just huge ship that, again, when you look at it, it's Spartan in nature. It's designed for training. It's designed to be a home away from home. And it's designed to be a warship. Okay, there is no denying that. In one of the first encounters he had with Han and Chewie, Han actually blew up his ship and left him stranded on a planet. So that kind of hostility extended to when he couldn't get Han for the Empire. And then later, whenever he was on Jabba's sail barge, and Han and Chewie got away. So they have quite the history. In fact, in Legends continuity, because Legends are just better, he found out Chewie had died and started mocking Han Solo for it. And Solo, understandably, broke his nose. But man, just the history this guy's had is just, it's just lovely. He saw the bounty hunter profession as a calling and had a great respect for what the guild used to be. Now, because he's been a bounty hunter for so long, he's seen the rise and fall of several bounty hunter houses. Crimson Nova, Tesoro, and many others have risen and fallen, but he stayed the same. You were supposed to have that hunter's instinct. You were supposed to be, have that killer attitude. It took the best of everybody. And that's what he expected, not only of himself, but of other bounty hunters. That's why he's mentioned in the same breath as Boba Fett and IG-88B. That's why Vader knowing full well he was wanted by the Empire, decided to use Bossk to get Han and Leia because he was one of the best. One could argue tied for second place. He even went after Luke Skywalker after the first Death Star blew up. Jabba wanted Luke because he knew if he got Luke, he could get Han. And so, yeah, Bossk went after him, got his butt handed to him, to such an extent that we kind of learned something a little special about our favorite lizard bounty hunter. Luke Skywalker actually cut off one of his arms and his legs, and they grew back. I mean, how are you gonna fight some dude whose limbs grow back? I mean, that in of itself is just disconcerting. And Luke wasn't the powerhouse, we thought he was. Or he wasn't that powerhouse yet. So to, chop off an arm and a leg, and then to have Bossk keep coming at him, I mean, that's a big thing. But what do y'all think about Bossk? What do you think about our favorite lizard bounty hunter? Is he one of your favorite rogues?